What's going on, guys? JFC here. I have custom tactics back on the channel. These are probably my favorite custom tactics I have used this year. Now, as you guys know, the 5 back or the 3 at the back, which is pretty much the 5 back, is very meta, right? But I do feel at times that against a really elite level player, there are deficiencies to that formation and that kind of play style. So that's kind of why I think these tactics, this formation, has probably the most upside of any I've used this year. And I haven't really played as much FIFA recently as I have in the past. And I'm still finishing high in champs. I think a lot of it has to do with these tactics. So basically what this is a spin on the 4-3-2-1 that is very similar to what Emre Yilmaz, the guy who won the E-Champions League, I think it was, custom tactics that he uses in the 4-3-2-1 with a couple of just different slight variations that I think work better for me, but we'll talk about that here in one sec. This is the team for the video, by the way. I just don't have Lacroix and Salah anymore, so we're going to put these guys here so we can look at the tactics. But when the gameplay starts, obviously just think of Salah and Lacroix on the team and not Richarlison and Ruben Diaz. So yeah, a couple of slight differences. Is the 4-3-2-1 is the first one we're going to talk about here. Defensive style is balanced, and I didn't actually like this tactic earlier in FIFA because I didn't feel like my players moved enough, or like there was enough automatic interceptions. Does that make sense? Like they weren't doing as many things that were not under my control. So I always liked pressure on heavy touch because then you kind of, I felt like I added a little more pressure from the CPU. But as this seems like as the AI gets better with the stats kind of increasing, balance seems to be the best one right now. Yeah, I don't think it used to be, but I think now I'm a pretty big proponent of balance. I think it's definitely the best one right now. 45 width, 65 depth, keeps the players up a little bit higher. I wouldn't probably change the depth too much lower, honestly. I think that higher depth is kind of needed for this formation. Build up, balance, direct passing. This is one that you might want to change just a little bit. If you find that fast build up and balanced works better, you can do that as well. There's only like a couple I would really use. I would say balanced maybe. If you're on old gen, fast build up forward runs is a possibility. On next gen, I would definitely not run this. But for me, balanced direct passing seems to be by far the best one. 45 width, players in box at halfway, corners and free kicks at 1. You can do whatever you want with those for the most part. Now, I will say this formation, there are certain players you're really going to want to use in each role, if that makes sense, or in a couple roles that are like kind of critical in this formation. So I'll explain that in one second. We kind of go over the team. So right now we're going to get into instructions, and there are a lot of instructions in this formation. I'll explain all of them as kind of we go through it. So striker, stay central, get in behind, pretty self-explanatory there. Right forward, Ronaldinho is on getting behind, and that is it. If you do go to fast build-up, I would have him off of getting behind, but on balanced direct passing, I would like to have Dino on getting behind. Left forward, Richarlison, get in behind and come back on defense. And the reason he's on comeback on defense, we will get to in one sec. I'm gonna take my overlay off so you can see it better there. So the left center mid is one that's very important in this formation. I'll go over that in one sec, but the instructions, stay back while attacking and cover center. He's gonna be your box-to-box center mid, and I'll explain with the work rates and like combine with the instructions in a sec here. CDM, I have stay back while attacking and cover center. And then the right center mid is just on balanced everything. Literally nothing is touched on the right center mid. He's basically going to be an attacker in this formation. Now, you can change it to the right center mid being in the Hullet role and the left center mid being in the Nkunku role if you wanted to do that. I did that earlier in the year. I had success with it. I just think I like the right center mid role a little bit more than the left center mid role. For the attacker, if you have the center mids flipped, then flip obviously everything else, right? That's what you're going to want to do. Now, the reason Richarlison's on comeback on defense is because Alphonso Davies, my left back, is on balance, and he gets forward a lot in this formation, and he's very vital, honestly. Attacking fullbacks this year, fantastic, and I'm going to kind of go into detail on that more in a sec here when we get to the team as well. Center backs are on nothing, and the right back is on stay back while attacking. Goalkeeper, you can do whatever you want with. So a lot of instructions, but basically what happens is you have Goretzka playing a holding midfield role. Davies can get forward, but he also bombs back. You create a lot of space, a lot of passing lanes, a lot of through ball lanes as well. Even at the top levels where the players are very good at preventing the over-the-top ball, you can still do them pretty consistently, and then also just play very good possession-based football, really. So it kind of is best of both worlds. Now, the really important roles here that we want to talk about is your attacking center mid, right? That is the role Nkunku plays here. He's a striker just for chemistry, obviously, but this role, I still have not found a player who plays it as well as Nkunku does. Honestly, I still haven't. Now, what you're going to look for really in this role, it's much easier to find this now because of shapeshifters, right? Somebody who has good attacking stats and also good defending does not hurt. This is going to be somebody who would ideally be one of your best players in your team, honestly. So if you have a lot of coins, spend your big bucks on, honestly, your attacking center mid. I know it kind of sounds dumb, but when you have a guy that can attack as well as Nkunku and defend as well as Nkunku, I know he only has 76 interceptions, but the fact that he can defend it all, right? Like if you have 80 interceptions or around there, decent strength as well, it's super valuable. You can also pass very well. 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves is obviously absolutely insane in this game. He is the perfect player for that right center mid role. And the work rates don't really matter too much. High, medium, high, obviously is fine. I would not put somebody in with high, low. Medium is fine too. I think really anything except high, low, I would say works really well at the center mid role. Now, this red Harry Kane who I have at striker is a broken card, by the way. I would love to have my striker actually have a lot of physicality right now. I think that's getting more and more important as the FIFA cycle is going on. So many center backs have like max strength, right? This card actually has good physicals, can compete with those guys, and this card is a cheat code, honestly. So I'd ideally like a striker who can pass, who has physicals. That's really, really important for me. I can work with the lower dribbling on my strikers, not with my wingers though. My wingers, I definitely want good dribbling on and high pace. It's really just dribbling and pace on the wingers. Dino and Salah obviously do both of those. Shooting's important too, but the most important thing for me is pace, dribbling on the outside, my striker having passing and physical. I think that's actually the most important thing. Now, the left center mid is Ruud Gullit. This is the guy who's going to be kind of the box-to-box player, right? Or that's kind of like what he's supposed to be. You can really use any center mid who kind of is a prototypical box-to-box player here. There's nothing too crazy, but what I would say is if they have high medium work rates like this, have them on stay back while attacking. If they have medium high work rates, leave them on balance. If they're on high, I would keep that on stay back while attacking as well. If they have high attacking work rate, basically, have them on stay back while attacking. If they don't, then don't. That's simple. My other center mid is Goretzka, who's in the middle as like the defensive midfielder. Just pick someone with pace and defending. A normal center defensive mid, right? You're the best one you can find. The work rates don't matter too much. Goretzka's insane, honestly. And the other most important role really is your left back, because obviously they bomb forward a lot. So what I would do here is definitely need max pace. For sure need max pace on your fullbacks, but also find one that can pass, can kind of do it all. You don't really want a defensive one here. Get one that you can be comfortable going forward with. I don't mean shooting necessarily. My Davies has 3 goals in 77 games with this tactic. Like, they're not scoring goals, but they're making the assist. They're making the pass to assist. They're making the pass to assist, right? They're creating that play. That is very important. High work rates are very ideal. If you can get high, that's fantastic. If you can get Davies, really, like, that's the best card I've used at left back this year. And your right back is more of like a stay back guy. Get one with good defense, but also, you know, you won't mind going forward with them too much. But defending is more important on the right back than the left back. And Frimpong is actually a very good defender, which I was kind of surprised by. I thought he'd be more, you know, more of an attacking oriented fullback. He's not. And then I have Lacroix and Becker here, which you might say, are those the most meta center backs ever? And honestly, they are. It's really just pace. Pace is so important if they have decent physicals and then really high pace. This Becker card is way better than I expected. If you used him, you know what I mean? Somebody in my comments was like, yeah, he's actually insane. And I was like, all right, well, I need to do the objective. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll just put him in my team, see what happens. Gets good Bundesliga chemistry. And he was actually nuts. He's still in my team. He's literally still in my team, and I go and like try and get my high finishes in weekend league. And Lacroix is just insanely fast. This card's insane. The pace split's great. 94 sprint speed is insane. Yeah, he's amazing. And then Dudek is honestly just a card you put in goal. Like, there's no goalkeeper really that does too much in this game, honestly. I have this Edwin van der Sar, like the most expensive goalkeeper, probably considering the market in FIFA history. Like, comparing it to you can get a prime Vieira for 1 million less coins. When you put it that way, it's probably the most expensive goalkeeper of all time. This card is good. It is not worth that price. Like, he will make some good saves. It's not like this card's broken, is my point. It's really not broken. It's just solid. So I have Dudek in there and he's fine. You know, he's just fine as a keeper. Last thing I'll say, left forward, right forward. I would try and have them be on their strong foot side. So Mo Salah be the left forward because he's left footed, right? And Ronaldinho's on the right forward because he's right footed. And then your striker can kind of be either one. I prefer one with 5-star weak foot, but you don't need it. You can work around it. And your attacking center mid also be on their strong side. That's pretty much the only other thing I have to say. Okay, let's get into the gameplay. No way, Kobel. See you, Van Dijk. Dude, Mo Salah's L1 dribbling, I did not think this card would be this good, and this card's insane. Davey. Oh my god, and that's why you don't use Cruyff. Is he out after that? He's not. Here comes Superman. Dino! Yeah. Dino's shooting is every year it's so good. Oh. I just sold that. What a ball, Goretzka. Easy. I have Prime Dino, Prime Pele. Dino's better. Oh my god. And he just stopped playing. Dude, if you don't think Harry Kane's a cheat code, like... Alright, let's get Mixie. Tiki-taka for no reason. The crowd's olaying? Nah, this is bad. Oh, he stopped playing? This guy's pissed. Oh, and he is getting cooked as well. Just back out. What are we here for? All right, well, GG's. In case you guys can't tell, Nkunku as well is just... I still haven't found somebody better for this role than Nkunku. Game number 2, Top Bunk FC. All right, what do you got? I accidentally skipped it. Never mind. See when Nkunku's all the way over here, by the way? Kane! That's a sell, Harry. That's a goal like every time with you. Oh, Nkunku. And he's gone. Oh, dude, this... Alright, that did not last long, so I guess we're playing one more. Passion. Dino. Nice. Good ball, Salah. Yo, what? Oh my. Oh my. He's offside. Okay. Bro, he just cooked. Why is he cooking me? What the fuck? See, there goes Davies. I'm gonna L1 run with him. Kane's going, though. Yeah. That's the benefit right there of having two of them on getting behind. They just make the run at the same time. Bro, you just... No. Bro, you cannot get the ball off Nkunku when he L1 dribbles. Look at Davies. Look at Davies, man. Best left back in the game. I think he's given up. There you go. And he's gone. Okay, well, that was 3 quick games. But dude, if you had this Nkunku card back in whenever November, like, I cannot believe how good this card is now. I can't imagine what he was like in November compared to everybody else. All right, well, if you have any questions, let me know. I love you all. See you next video very soon. Peace.